Welcome, everyone, to the Two-Way Street Virtual Coffee House, and happy almost St. Patrick's Day to you. I've had that hat now for a couple of years, and it's quite fancy. So anyway, going right along. Like I say, my name is John, and I'm your host tonight. And Dan's flitting back and forth and in and out here. We've been doing Coffee House for almost 50 years. We're an all-volunteer staff. I'm back. We're an all-volunteer staff. This is week 37 of our live stream format. Tonight we have Dan Weber from somewhere out in his virtual world. There's no performance fee. Dan is playing strictly for your donations. So you need to donate on the Two-Way Street website. And you'll see that at the bottom of the screen, twowaystreet.org. And so if your heart desires to contribute, please be as generous as you can and support him because he's playing for your donations. The Two-Way Street PayPal donations go to him, and you can either use a PayPal account, a credit card, or a debit card with PayPal. And it's pretty easy because I have done it now a number of times. So with that, let's bring Dan in and see what we can do here. Take it away, Dan.
Good evening, John. How are you?
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent here too. We're happy to be here tonight. Hello, everybody out there. If you've tuned in, it's been a long time since I've been online or live or anywhere really. I've only done a couple of these since the whole pandemic hit. So I moved to this song. The first song is called "Never." It's a new song, and it's. I moved to Texas, and it's one of the things I said I would never do, but never say never. I moved to Texas, and I got here just a day before the big storm hit. So after that, it was -2 like one day, and then it was 81 degrees like 4 days later. So welcome to Texas and all that. So this one's called "Never." It's a new song, and it's about a storm, as it were. September came on a Monday. By Friday, fall arrived. Storm tore through the valley. It's a wonder no one died. On Saturday, the chainsaws sang their ragged symphony. On Sunday morning, we gave thanks down on our knees. And I called to say I miss you. Leave the key out by the door. And to tell you that I'm not saying never anymore. I canceled the paper months ago. I couldn't take the news. But it still comes every day. What am I supposed to do? And I read the obit section. Frankly, I don't know why. They're strangers, one and all to me. Some mornings I cry. Then I call to say I miss you. Leave the key out by the door. And to tell you that I'm not saying never anymore. Never's like forever. Twin stars in the sky. Ah, but even stars fall. Heaven knows why. And I tried to say I'm sorry for keeping us apart, but I've never been so scared or reckless with my heart. I like to walk out in the rain. Everything's washed clean. That's when I feel you closest to me. And I sometimes talk to myself in this big house all alone. I don't know why I told you that. I just wanted you to know. And I called to say I'm sorry for keeping us apart, but I've never been so scared or reckless with my heart. And I called to say I miss you. Leave the key out by the door, and to tell you that I'm not saying never anymore. And to tell you that I'm not saying never anymore. Thanks. Well, I hope everybody's doing okay out there. It's just, I feel like I'm playing into the void of sorts. The deep void. That's a new one called Never. I was a paper boy as a kid. I delivered the Times Union and the Rochester Democrat and Chronicle. I'm a big fan of newspapers. And I used to get the Oregonian for like almost 30 years. And I used to, I delivered that paper and I got the Oregonian for a long time. And then after about 6 months of like, just not like every other day the paper wouldn't be there. And every other day the paper would be like some other paper. And I, you know, like as an ex-paper boy, like not getting the newspaper in the morning was super disappointing. So I finally decided I was gonna I canceled the paper. And that's where that line comes. I canceled the paper months ago. I canceled the paper, and then the first day after I canceled, the paper showed up, and I was like, oh, well, it's still coming, I guess, for another day or two. Then it came for a week or two, and I thought, it's just coming until the billing cycle ends. And then it came for like 10 months after I canceled the paper. It just kept showing up, which wasn't the greatest thing during the pandemic, but just kept coming somehow. So that's where all that comes from. This is another new one coming up. This one's called The Way the River Goes. It's a title track off my new CD, which should be out in, I'm hoping, May. We'll see. I recorded it down in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico in February 2019. I got home about 4 days before everything shut down in the pandemic, and so haven't really had a chance to put the record out yet, but I wrote this. It's called The Way the River Goes. It's the title track. I wrote it in Winfield, Kansas with my friend Jen Hodge on the banks of the Walnut River. And this one goes out. There's a girl in the song I mentioned called Nora Jane. She was my high school sweetheart. I don't know what happened to her, but this one goes out to her. This is called The Way the River Goes. There's an open night in a sycamore tree river's edge, just Bill and me. Billy waits till I yell, the coast is clear, that's just the way the river goes round. Me and Bill grew up best of friends. We knew every inch of that river bend. If there's buried treasure, put it there, that's just the way the river goes round here. That's just the way the river goes. That's just the way the river goes round here. Had my first kiss down on that river bank from a sophomore named Nora Jane. She's got 4 kids now, that's what you hear. That's just the way the river goes round here. And everybody knows her brother Steve. He got 18 months for selling weed. Guess it wasn't pretty good crop that year. That's just the way the river goes round here. That's just the way the river goes. That's just the way the river goes round here. Round here. River jumped its banks in 2001. The old timers say we would do that flood. Now the mud is gone, but not the fear. That's just the way the river goes round here. It's been 30 years since I've been gone. I said, hey Bill, why'd you stay so long? Billy laughs and hands me another beer. That's just the way the river goes round here. That's just the way the river goes. That's just the way the river goes round here. That's just the way the river goes. That's just the way the river goes round here. Round here. Round here. Hey, thank you. Thank you. All right, well, I hope you're all tuning in and having a good time. I'd like to wish my brother Gerard happy birthday. My brother Gerard's birthday is today, March 12th. I think it's March the 12th. I mean, just this morning, I thought it was March the 9th until I realized my watch was still on February time, so I had to change that up a little bit. But if my brother Gerard is out there listening, happy birthday to you, my brother. And a big shout out to my mom, who might be listening too out there in Rochester, New York, my hometown. I don't know if anybody else calls Rochester, New York their hometown, but it's a fine place to be from. Technically, I grew up in a place called Arundequay. This next one is also off my new record. I'm playing a lot of new stuff tonight. It's been a while since I played. We'll include the favorites too as the night goes on, but I wanted to play some of the new songs because it's good to exercise the legs. And I wrote all these songs and I made a record, and I'm super excited about the record. I think it's my best record yet, and it's been kind of a bummer with the pandemic about not really being able to put them out in the world, but wanting to be heard, I guess. I'm glad you're tuned in tonight. Glad Two-Way Street for having us. This one I wrote my friend Martha's house in Saxton's River, Vermont, way up there in Vermont. It's the kind of place where you can hear the trains off in the distance and the river in the backyard. And the train was rolling through one morning after the Great Roots on the River Festival, and I wrote this song called While You Were Sleeping. While you were sleeping, the train pulled into town. The cars were loaded down with North Dakota crude, graffiti on the side, Black River passing by. Took a while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, crossing gates dropped and then rang out like church bells, urging me to stop, warning of the thunder soon be coming down the tracks. Help me back while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, the rumble of the wheels, the colors and the couplers, the moving wall of steel. And how will you feel when that train and I are gone? And I've moved on while you were sleeping. While you were sleeping, the train shook to a halt so I could read the graffiti, every tag and every scrawl. And don't it make you wonder where that train has been, and where it got ink on its skin? While you were sleeping, while you were sleeping, his heart shook back to life, the diesel smoke coughing from the engine on the right. And it pushed some more, and then throttled into gear, and it woke the cars back up so suddenly clear, with the arms of the gates saluting to the sky. And I can still recall those names on the boxcar, but I cannot tell you why. While you were sleeping, while you were sleeping, nothing no to say goodbye. While you were sleeping, couldn't bear to see you cry. While you were sleeping, I hope you know I tried. While you were sleeping, that train pulled out of town. Thanks. Wow. That's another new one there. It's a train song, as it were. It's good to have a train song on every record. First record I think I had, Take the Central Georgia Home. Not sure if there was one on the second record. Maybe Ain't Done Ram one yet, I don't know. I hope there's some of my old friends hanging out here tonight. It's such an odd thing to play into this crazy void. So if you're out there, like, say hello. Donate to Two Way Street Coffee House if you can. It's a great organization. That would be super awesome. I'm gonna sing one for Woody Guthrie. You know, Woody Guthrie was a man of his time, and I think, you know, pandemics, Great Depressions, the whole bit. I think Woody would have known the right thing to sing about and the right thing to say. I had the great pleasure of playing the Woody Guthrie Folk Festival several times, and last 2 years ago I won the songwriting contest there with my song Ever Since Columbine. I got to meet Arlo Guthrie, and that was really cool. And this one year I was there, my friend Mary lives in Chicago. Mary and John, you probably all know them. Hopefully they're listening. Mary, she came up to me and said, "Dan, can you introduce me to Arlo?" And I said, "Sure, I can do that. I got a backstage pass. You know, they're letting me go wherever I want to go." So it was pretty cool. So I took Mary backstage, and Arlo was talking to a whole bunch of young people, and they kind of had a circle going on, and the circle was just breaking up, and Mary and I came up, and Arlo looked over at Mary, and he said, "Hi, I'm Arlo Guthrie." And Mary said, "Hi, I'm Mary." And then she goes, "And this is my friend Dan Weber." And I said, "Hi, Arlo, nice to meet you." And then after we talked for a little bit, as we walked away and Arlo walked away, my friend Mary was like, "I thought you said you knew Arlo Guthrie." And I said, "Well, I didn't say I knew Arlo Guthrie. I said I would introduce you to Arlo Guthrie. I didn't know him. I just said I would introduce you." And so my friend Mary introduced me to Arlo Guthrie, which was really fun. So shout out to Mary and John if they're out there tonight in Chicago. So this was for Woody, and it's kind of a sing-along. I wrote it on his 100th birthday, which now seems like a long time ago. But it's called "Oh Woody," and some of you might have heard it before, and sing along if you can. Here we go. They left Oklahoma in the grapes of wrath. In the Dust Bowl days, they never looked back. Oh, they never looked back, but they're moving again. California's no longer the promised land. Oh, Woody, where are you now? What would you say? Oh, Woody, where are you now? We can sure use you today more than ever. We're willing to work, there's no work to be done. Illegal or union, it don't matter none. Wall Street bankers, corporate greed, they shipped all the jobs overseas. Oh Woody, where are you now? What would you say? Oh Woody, where are you now? We can sure use you today, that's right. Guitar in hand, singing songs for the man on the Grand Coulee Dam, singing this land is your land, this land is mine. Oh Woody, we sure miss you tonight. Now there's drought in the plains and there's fires out west. It was the hottest summer on record, I guess. With a cough in their lungs, dried tears in their face, it's looking more and more like those Dust Bowl days. Oh Woody, where are you now? What would you say? Oh Woody, where are you now? Sure use you today, that's right. So I was living out there in the great Northwest. So long as it rains, may we be blessed. along your roll on. Oh Woody, where are you now? What would you say? Sing it with me. Oh Woody, where are you now? We can sure use you today, that's right. Oh Woody, where are you now? We can sure use you today. We can sure use you today. We can sure use you today. Hoorah! Hoorah! That was fun. Man. Oh, hi Mark Henderson. How are you, brother? Good to see you're out there watching the sunset over Cape Kiwanda. Shout out to Kim out there in Kansas City as well. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to see my friends popping in. It's cool. I hope someday to be back touring again and we can all go hang out and sing songs together and play shows and do what normal people do, you know. So shout out to Kim's husband, Will, and Mark's better half, better 5/8, Debbie. Cape Kiwanda, man, Oregon, wow. Beautiful place. I wrote this one very cold night in Asheville, North Carolina. I wrote it the next day, last night of the tour on my way to Kentucky. Way to go hang out with my friend Joseph Camellia in Lexington. And this one's called Farewell Maggie Valley. It's on the new record. It also includes a cameo appearance by my Ford Ranger pickup truck, which, they say everything's bigger in Texas, but ever since I got my pickup truck down here in Texas, I've realized some things are not bigger in Texas. Specifically, my pickup truck is not considered. Well, you know what I mean. But size is not everything. The truck's got a lot of heart, and a lot of miles, and a lot of dents, and Texas plates now. So this one goes out to my friend Louise Baker, who's the Louise in the song, and my friends Kristen Salvatore and her beau Tom, who also live down in Asheville. This is called Farewell Maggie Valley. I spent one last night in Asheville, and the only reason why was to stay and see some old friends, maybe drink myself dry. I said goodbye to Tom and Kristen and Louise down at the bar. Walked back home that night, never felt so far. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, your tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Good is gone this time. I'm only taking what I can fit in the bed of my Ranger truck. The rest all went to Goodwill. Good riddance, it's just stuff. On the kitchen table you'll find my forwarding address. I'll miss this town a little. I'll miss you more than I'll confess. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, your tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Good is gone. Say this valley's haunted by the ones who came before. Yeah, we've all got our ghosts, but I don't need mine anymore. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, you tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Good is gone this time. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Farewell, you tall white pines. Farewell, Maggie Valley. Good is gone this time. I'm good is gone this time. I'm good is gone this time. Hey, thanks. Woo. Hope y'all doing all right. I'd like to also say hi to my friend Jim Carroll, who's out there. I think he's listening. I can't tell with all this like interface stuff. My friend Spud is out there. Spud Doug Henderson. About 10 years ago, my friends and I started a music festival, which was like a gathering of friends. It seemed ludicrous at the time. And then we turned it into a festival, and we ended up having like 14 artists and 4 stages, and it was a pretty great, fun thing. And I learned to appreciate how hard it was to run a festival and keep the rails, keep the train on the tracks, as it were. But it was some really good times. This little town, this little beach town called Pacific City, Oregon. You ever down that way, go by. It's real pretty. This one is it's another new one. It's on my new record, and my new record, like I said, is called The Way the River Goes, and it'll be out, I'm hoping, by May, perhaps. It was supposed to be out sooner, but you know, pandemics happen, and hopefully, you know, if you want to get a copy of it, if you want to get an advance copy of it, I mean, if you want to be the first to get it, like once I get it, to mail it to you, just send me some money and your name and address, and I'll try and remember you did that. Just kidding, I will remember. Anybody who knows me knows I remember things, sort of. But, you know, just send money. It'll be fine. Trust me. I will totally. Y'all know how to get a hold of me. Just, we'll make sure it happens. I want to make sure, you know, like 15, 20 bucks, whatever's good for you is good for me. I'll send you extra stickers and pics and lyrics, whatever makes you happy. If this shirt fits, I'll send you this shirt too, because it didn't fit me until today. So, pandemics, man. Some people gained 20 pounds, some people lost 20 pounds. Luckily, I'm in the latter category. Just lucky, that is. Stress. So this one's about my own human frailty, and it's one of my favorite subjects to write about. And there's a lot in this song that's really true. This one is called "What You Gonna Do," and hey man, I don't care what happens, I'm gonna love you anyways. Here we go. What you gonna do? Guess I'm not young anymore. That happened fast, man. Where's the door? Somebody show me the way out. 'Cause I need some air, I need a drink, I'd like a kiss, whatever you think. I just need some help right now. There's no doubt I'm the kind of guy who gets depressed. I'll tell you why. Sometimes the rain just gets me down. What you gonna do when the rain comes down? What you gonna do if I stay around? Maybe cry or just laugh. I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Now what you gonna do about that? look before you leap, but I'm so ready to fly, 'cause I want more than just getting by. I don't mean politics or religion, those are just opinions. I want the thing that really gets behind. Right here this morning and you late last night. Come on, darling, give it one more try. What you gonna do when the rain comes down? What you gonna do if I stay around? Maybe cry or just laugh. I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Now what you gonna do about that? Now maybe it won't work out right, but I don't want to hear that tonight. Not tonight. What you gonna do when the rain comes down? What you gonna do if I stay around? Maybe cry or just laugh. You could laugh. I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Now what you gonna do about that? I don't care what people say, I'm gonna love you anyway. Now what you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do? What you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that? Oh, yeah. You know what's fascinating about the whole process, like for you all tuning in, what's a peek behind the curtain? A peek behind the curtain is this is the only time we get to play shows where we can see ourselves playing the show. Like normally we're just playing the show and we don't know like how goofy we look doing it or what our face looks like. I've decided I look a lot like I've decided just in tonight's show I look a lot like I'm trying to think of the guy. No, I think it's fine. It's just I feel like I look like a character from Godfellas somewhere. Goodfellas. Goodfellas. It's not.
Godfellas is a spin-off?
It's not Al Pacino. It's the other. It's is it Robert Duvall? One of those guys. You know what I mean? I feel like I've seen glimpses in my face, and it scares me that I might be a mobster secretly somewhere. These are things I've learned since I moved to Texas, by the way, is A, nobody's from here. B, nobody knows how to drive since nobody's from here. The weather can be like 85 degrees difference in like 3 days' time. That's a weird thing. And everybody says, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. So if you say like, is the sky blue? And they say, yes, sir. And you say, is the sun yellow? And they say, yes, sir. But they can't just stop at one like, yes, sir. They have to say it every single time. They can't just say yes. After a while, they just say, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, which is really weird, I think.
Yeah, don't mess with Texas.
But apparently, that's how people are. So I'm just, I'm here to tell you, I'm warning you. They say in like 5 years, I'll be doing it too. And if I do, then, well, there you go. It happens to the best of us, right? Never say never and all that. So this song's been around for a long time. And I want to tell you a little story, but before I tell you this little story, I want to tell you like back about March 12th, actually it was this date, last year, it was was on a Thursday night. It was my brother Gerard's birthday, and my tour started on, I think I was going to fly out on Friday the 13th, and my first show was on Saturday the 14th. I called my friend James in Chicago, my buddy James Curley, and I said, James, you'll always tell me the truth. There's a pandemic about to happen. Am I insane for getting on a plane like tomorrow and going to try and play these shows? He said, you are insane. And in the next 24 hours, like, every show got canceled a year ago today, which was a really big bummer. But somewhere along the line, out of about 40 shows that got canceled, and I don't know, maybe 30 of them had contracts of some sort. Exactly two places, sent me a check in the mail for not showing up to play because it was in the contract, and they were honoring what they would say they would do, but they didn't have to because it was, we all understood, and I got that. But one of those two places, one of those two out of those 30 places, was our friends at Two-Way Street Coffee House. They sent me a check, and I was really deeply moved by that. So I hope tonight you in kind will send them a donation to help offset the year of hard times that they've had, because they've been out there for 50 years bringing music to you on Friday nights and other nights throughout the week, and being a part of the fabric of the Chicago folk and roots music scene. And because of those folks did this amazing, generous thing, I think I would like for you tonight to possibly think about them and make a donation to them, and I would actually prefer you donate to them instead of me, so think about that tonight. This is a song I wrote one night in 1989 when I was leaving a Grateful Dead concert in Louisville, Kentucky, and I was headed down south, and I met this deadhead who needed a ride, so I gave him one, and this is the story what happened that night. This is called Hank and Jesus. South of Louisville, Kentucky, on I-65, I pulled to a rest stop before I pushed on through the night. I met this deadhead with a backpack. Man, I knew that guy. He asked, if you're heading south, well, I could really use the ride. But I'm only on this interstate just as far as Bowling Green. Then I'm cutting west towards Memphis, where the blues don't treat you mean. Now we drove the blue highways across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. So I drove and he told stories, but they started sounding weird, like he'd been to Woodstock and never came back from there. He said friends of his were angels, and most of them were saints, except this one guy named Judas, who he swore had been framed. Well, he believed what he was saying, yeah, but me, I had my doubts. So I pulled off at this bar, hoping he might clear out. Now we drove the blue highway across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. In the parking lot He came clean, he said he was Jesus Christ. And I said, yeah, that I'm Hank Williams, man. Maybe you should drive. He said Hank was up with Audrey now, and they were doing fine. But you know that not one of us gets out of this world alive. So it's 100 miles to Memphis in the middle of the night, with those high beams searching for just a little light. You said life is like this 2-lane road, it's a crooked deal. I said she pulls a little to the left, and Jesus, keep both hands on the wheel. And we drove blue highways across Tennessee and back, and I don't recall not even once stopping for gas. He said, I know you won't believe me, but that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. He said, I know you don't believe in me, that's alright. I just wanted someone to talk with tonight. That's right. Remember to donate to Two-Way Street, folks. It's what you should be doing. It's what we're all doing. We having fun? Are we having fun tonight yet? Because I'm having a good time. I've got this party light in the background, which you can sort of see, but if you could see the ceiling, like you would lose your mind. You would want to take a bunch of psychedelic mushrooms and things would get a little out of hand. But I'm just saying, we're having fun, right? Yeah, I can. Everybody's having fun tonight. Happy birthday again, my brother Gerard. Out in Rochester. Shout out to my mother, Marilyn, who's hopefully tuning in. Gonna play another one from my new record coming up. This is one of those songs that it's near and dear to my heart. And it's a song about like every great party. I went to college and in Dayton, Ohio, at the University of Dayton, and it seemed like it might have been a party school. And we had several nights where we would stay up all night, like all night. And it made a huge impression on me, because like the friends you made on those nights that you stayed up all night were like we're still bonded together in some cool and beautiful way. So this one's about all those great parties. This one's called Last Night. When I woke up this morning, washed the sleep out of my head, I tried hard to remember all the things that last night said. There was a gathering of tribes, musicians and the like, friends from far away we hadn't seen in a while. So it was welcoming and friendly, smoke got passed around. When the beer ran out, wine showed up and no one turned it down. So we got drunk and we were foolish, it got a little out of hand. Last night a chair that used to sit now only can stand. In the kitchen comrades gathered, in the backyard they smoked. Down the hallway I only caught the punchline to a joke, where some girl apologized for spilling her wine. Someone played DJ, but why is it always a guy? Soon the intimate and amorous paired up and left. A couple made out on the couch where someone else slept. And that brunette with the smile that I was desperate to know last night. She left with someone else, and that's just the way it goes. Last night. Some goodbyes were short and sweet, some lingered on the porch, where old friends agreed not to be strangers anymore, and some we'd lose touch with, we might never see again. That's why these nights are precious, this unlikely band of friends. Then the party died down, and just a few of us left. We were too buzzed to drive, and we were too dumb to quit. We were stoic and we were strong, so we vowed to soldier on. Last night we made a pact to stay awake till the dawn. Last night. We spent those hours telling stories till the tangled web was spun. We could not believe that we'd survived the crazy things we'd done. We solved all the world's problems, yeah, 'cause we were young and wise. We spiked our whiskey and coffee, waited for the sun to rise. Exhausted and wide, hung over but inspired. Something without a name we knew had transpired. Yeah, 'cause we were kings and we were queens at the breaking of the day. Last night there was poetry in all we had to say. Last night. Last night. That's last night from the new record. Alright, we got time for, looks like we got time for a couple more. We'll do two more right now, and then we'll call it a night, I guess. I want to give a big shout out to Tim, who's helping out on sound tonight and the tech side of things. Big shout out to John for our MC for this evening, and also a real big shout out to Joel and Jennifer, who are co-directors now. And Joel has been extremely nice, and we've had some good chats on the phone. It's been he's a good dude, and y'all should help donate to Two-Way Street, because they've been doing this for 50 years, and anything that's worth doing 50 years is worth doing for another 50 for sure. So bring it on if you can. This one, I moved here. Like I said, I moved to Texas, and the day after I got here, the storm hit, so I couldn't get television or internet, which was a challenge, or phone service really, and so it was kind of bizarre. Reminded me of a particular situation in my life back in the day when I couldn't get when I couldn't get email service when Comcast was my internet provider. It turns out that Comcast is also owns Spectrum, which is the same company I have now. So no matter how I've tried to outrun my arch nemesis, the problem still persists. Once upon a time, when I was having trouble with my email, I dialed Comcast and pressed 1 for English and 4 for email, and then waited 59.5 minutes to hear a live human being come on the phone to say, "Comcast, this is Philip." And at some point, I might have swore at Philip and hung up because I was angry. And then I thought the next day, I was like, I still don't have email service. So I called back up, and I dialed 1 for English and 4 for email, and then I just pressed 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 like 52 times before somebody picked up the phone, and then they picked up the phone and said, Comcast, this is Philip, and it was the same guy that I had hung up on the day before. I'd like to think I've learned from that experience, but I don't think I have, because I went a week without phone or internet here, and it didn't really help much. But what's really kind of crazy about the whole thing is, like, when I went to Spectrum to get my internet hooked up and my phone and all that stuff, the guy who helped me was named, wait for it, Philip. And Philip was a cool dude, so pretty tickled by that. So this one's called I Deal With Crazy All Day. By the way, I do have, like, I'm coming off screen here, I do have bumper stickers that say I deal with crazy all day. Bumper sticker, woohoo! I have a bumper sticker that says, what would Hank and Jesus do, right there? Because you never know. I mean, I think Hank would say, aren't you the guy who turns wine into water? And then I have my 2 records. It's my first record called Ash and Bone, which has Hank and Jesus on it, which is really kind of awesome, I think. And this one has, this is called What I'm Looking For, and it has this song on it, I Deal With Crazy All Day, and also Oh Woody, and a bunch of other great songs. So y'all should, like, hang out, check me out on the website, buy a couple records. Christmas is coming. I mean, eventually. But this one's called I Deal With Crazy All Day, and it goes out to Philip down here at Spectrum, so help me out and sing it. Here we go. On the phone, I said, there's been some mistake. I said, I know that sounds crazy. He said, no, it don't. I deal with crazy all day. Crazy all day long. Crazy, it's the same old song. I don't know why it's gotta be this way, but I deal with crazy all day. Who doesn't? Like I sometimes do when I got pulled over that night. Cop said, do you know how fast you were going, son? I said, yeah, I think about 85, and it's no excuse, officer, but those cars were in my way. I said, I know that sounds crazy. He said, no, I don't. I deal with crazy all day. Crazy all day long. Crazy, it's the same old song. I don't know why it's gotta be this way, but I deal with crazy all day. The world keeps spinning faster and faster. I'm going out of my mind. 'Cause I'm too plugged in, too wound up. I want off of this ride. I want off of this ride. Well, I never saw it coming, never felt nothing. Everything was going just fine. I was walking down the streets of old Chicago, and I saw this flash of light. Next thing I know, I'm standing there at the pearly gates. Oh no. Crazy, he said, no, my son, I deal with crazy all day. Crazy all day long. Crazy, it's the same old song. Don't know why it's gotta be this way, but I deal with crazy all day. Crazy all day long. Crazy, it's the same old song. Don't know why it's gotta be this way, but I deal with crazy all day. I don't know why it's gotta be this way. All right, folks, it's time for one more. I really want to thank again Two-Way Street for having us, Joel and Jennifer, John, our MC, and Denny, wherever you are, because once upon a time, a long time ago, you said I want to have you play at Two-Way Street, and I know it took like 4 or 5 years for this to happen, but you were the person who made it happen. Thank you. Special thanks to you. This one goes out to our sound guy tonight, our tech guy, our sound guy, Tim. This is called Call It a Night. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me tonight. I'm Dan Weber. You can find me at www.danwebermusic.com. That's Weber with one B, like the grill in your backyard, or like the bumper sticker, like that. Like the bumper sticker says. Whoa, I don't know how to do that. There you go. It's amazing how you can do that. It might be backwards. I don't know. Like ambulance, but different.
Wait, if you order a CD, do you get one of those?
If you order a CD, you get all the bumper stickers you want. You just tell me, you just send me $10 or $15 or $20 or $50 or whatever you want to send me, and I will send you all the stickers you want and all the records you want. This is my last song. It's called Call It a Night. This goes out to Tim. Oh, the bartender's yelling, last call again. I think she means it this time. She's been on her feet all night long, and just watching her's making me tired. Now I'm holding on to one song at a time, just trying to play it right. And I'm 200 miles down the road, so I think we should call it a night. Oh, the crowd came and went, paychecks got spent, the drinks ebbed and flowed. Some listened a while, some didn't and left. A few even laughed at my jokes. And the guy in the corner who stayed all night, hey, thanks for making the show. Sometimes there's just one is enough. Hell, it's better than singing along. So I'm holding on to one song at a time, just trying to play it right. And I'm 200 miles down the road, so I think we should call it a night. And I think that it's some kind of trick, how the night goes by so quick. Well, it's been a good ride, but I must confide, there's nights I think I should quit. See the guy working sound, well, $20 says he plays guitar better than me. Daddy's lived in a van, he's been in 6 bands, so he's paid that price to be free. And he knows what it's like to be a stranger each night and how lonely that can be. Tonight for next to nothing, he made me sound like something I'd like to tip my hat to be. I'm holding on to one song at a time, just trying to play it right. And I'm 200 miles down the road, so I think we should call it a night. Yeah, the bartender's yelling last call again, and I think we should call it a night.
Hello,
Thanks,
everybody. I'm back again, Still wearing the green hat. This is John. And what a wonderful concert. I mean, he puts his heart and soul into everything he's doing there. And he's dancing and he's moving, and it was quite the show. Just to let you know, next week, March 19th, we have Patty and Craig performing our regular Friday night spot. They come out of Milwaukee. Of course, they're in Milwaukee, and we are in Downers Grove, Illinois. So you can find them, of course, on our website, twowaystreet.org, or our Facebook page. And again, they are here from 8 to 9 Central Standard Time. And because we have now been all over the country with people, we always have to stress Central Standard Time, except, I believe this Sunday we go back to Daylight Saving Time. So, heads up, heads up for everybody. So Dan, what a great concert, but it's a two-way street. You never get out without an encore. So do you have one more song?
Sure.
And then, of course, Dan, you'll close things out, say goodnight, and we'll be on our way.
I want to thank everybody who tuned in. I want to thank my friends who popped in, especially Denny and Joel for making this happen, and Jennifer, and to you, John and Tim, as well. I wrote this song before the pandemic, but the longer this song goes on, the longer it seems more appropriate for the pandemic and times like these when nobody knows what's going on. I was listening to the radio one day, and a DJ said at my local station in Portland, Oregon, he said, "Well, till the next time, may the good Lord take a liking to you." And I thought he made that up, and then I looked it up and I realized he stole that from Roy Rogers. And then I realized Roy Rogers stole it from the Irish, who would toast you, and they would say, "Well, till the next time, may the good Lord take a liking to you, but not too soon." So as the toast goes, the DJ stole it from Roy, and Roy stole it from the Irish, and I stole it back. This seems appropriate in times like these. Thanks again to everybody who hung out with me tonight and listened here at Two-Way Street. Remember to donate to those good folks. And this is called Take a Liking to You. I'm Dan Weber. Thank you. May there be a little extra in this paycheck this month. May you take that long vacation that you've been dreaming of, and may it not be monsoon season when you finally get to go. And when your trip is over, may you be the last to know. May you get a good night's sleep like you haven't in a while. May you know the joy of waking up to your lover's smile. And may you take an extra hour beneath the covers in the morning. And when you count your blessings, may you never want for more. Oh, they say it's all downhill from here, but don't you believe it's true? And may the good Lord take a liking to you. May your fever finally break. May you feel like you belong. May the kindness of strangers prove you wrong. May you not sweat the small stuff. That's why they call it small. When you need a friend the most, may I be the one you call. May your old car run just like it used to run back when it was new. And may the good Lord take a liking to you. Oh, they say it's all downhill from here, but don't you believe it's true? May the good Lord take a liking to you, but not too soon. Yeah, they say it's all downhill from here, but don't you believe it's true. May the good Lord take a liking